is ever evolving. Literally not even an hour ago, I posted a video talking about this exact topic. Mudryk is alleged to have broken the rules. Basically, has been alleged to have failed a doping test, and we are still awaiting the B sample. I think we're going to go through a little bit. A lot has transpired since that video. Obviously, the news broke early hours of this of today, the 17th of December. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Fabrizio Romano's spoken on it. Mudryk himself has spoken on it. Chelsea Football Club have spoken on it. And yeah, what was once in the last video allegations and you know sort of hearsay, and no one really knew if the source was reliable or not. It does seem now that it's getting a little bit more serious for the Ukrainian star MYKHAILO Mudryk. Fabrizio Romano obviously has spoken out, addressed the situation. He himself has said that MYKHAILO Mudryk has been provisionally, let me get it on the screen for you. MYKHAILO Mudryk has been provisionally suspended after testing positive to doping test. Chelsea confirmed that the FA recently contacted Mudryk concerning an adverse finding in a routine urine check. Obviously, this brings a little bit more severity, a little bit more seriousness to the situation that was once, again, just allegations, just, waiting for confirmation. It seems now that there has got to be some sort of truth to the initial allegations, initial reports, and that the sources that had provided the information were onto something, pretty much. They go on to say that both the club and MYKHAILO Mudryk fully support the FA's testing program, and all our players, including MYKHAILO, are regularly tested, which, again, going back to what I was saying in the last video earlier today, is obviously it would be ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous, to think that Chelsea would be involved in this in some way or form. Obviously, Chelsea are basically saying that we're willing to cooperate. We had nothing to do. They haven't said that. I'm just kind of reading between the lines that they are. They weren't aware of the situation of him, doping. They're not included in this, is what I'm trying to insinuate, is that they are trying to distance themselves by cooperating as much as possible. MYKHAILO has confirmed categorically that he has never knowingly used any banned substances. Both MYKHAILO and the club will now work with the relevant authorities to establish what has caused the adverse findings. And literally, as I was just about to post this, more has come out now. More on MYKHAILO Mudryk, who has a provisional suspension after a banned substance was found in a urine test. Mudryk denies any wrongdoing and is now represented by a specialist firm. Mudryk believes a contaminated substance imported from abroad is behind the test results. Chelsea is supporting Mudryk. Testing is highly confidential and the FA have declined to comment. Mudryk has the opportunity to explain his position, and should he be formally charged, also appeal. It keeps developing as the moments go by, pretty much. Yeah, we'll have to see. But back to the rest of the video. It goes on, really. It's more what he said. I'm going to go onto the Chelsea website now, because again, we have ourselves put out a statement. So hang on one second. So on the website, it is literally just plastered all over the place. I don't know how well this is going to show up on the screen. It's a little bit so I'll try and zoom out for you. It's a little bit all over the place, but there we go. Chelsea can confirm The Football Association, or the FA, recently contacted our player MYKHAILO Mudryk concerning an adverse finding in a routine urine check. Both the club and MYKHAILO fully support the FA's testing program, and all our players, including MYKHAILO, are regularly tested. MYKHAILO has confirmed categorically. Again, we know all this already. It's pretty much copied and pasted by Fabrizio. In terms of what MYKHAILO has said, a little bit more detail on that. He says that I can confirm that I have been notified that a sample I provided to the FA contained a banned substance. This has come as a complete shock, as I have never knowingly used any banned substances or broken any rules, and am working closely with the team to investigate how this could have happened. So he's pleading innocence. He's pleading, what's the words? He's none the wiser as to how this has occurred. Maybe tainted supplements are to blame. As I said in the last video, UFC stars that, you know, John Jones, I think, was one of them, in particular. That was, I don't know if it was actually proven. I think it was actually him being a bit of a silly sausage. But just as an example, his argument was that it was tainted protein powder or something like that. And we all know, obviously, Mudryk heavily invested in his gym work. It could well be tainted protein powder or a similar supplement that he has been exposed to, shall we say, that someone might have done something, or it's just a bad batch. Who knows? It's usually in that circumstance or in that situation, it's hard to prove that that's where it came from, especially if it was like months or 2 months ago. Now was the time that he got tested for that. It went on to say that I know that I have done nothing wrong. No, I have not done anything wrong, sorry, and remain hopeful that I will be back on the pitch soon. I cannot say any more now due to the confidentiality of the process, but I will as soon as I can. And with that, it's just, there's a little bit more light on the situation. It's obviously a developing story. So again, I've posted once already. This is going to be the second video. I'm going to try and keep on this as much as possible. Not for, you know, now that it's out in the open, now that it is confirmed, and now that he is provisionally suspended from the club, this is obviously massive news, has huge implications on both the player, both on the club, and just as a whole. And answers are needed. You know, we need to get to the bottom of this. So, you know, as this develops, I will try my best to keep you updated with this. It's obviously not naturally on Twitter. There's memes galore and there's, you know, jokes and everything. It's obviously quite a serious situation. Again, it's not something that I can recall anyone failing at Chelsea Football Club since Adrian Mutu back in like 2004. So 20 years in the making. This story has come, and it has surprised pretty much everyone that has woken up today. Again, it's really down to what happens with this B sample that I would imagine that his suspension is sustained or lifted. But yeah, that B sample, it can't come soon enough for him anyway. Obviously, you know, not like a huge player in terms of he's not imperative to the squad, but that's really neither here nor there in the scheme of things. The main thing is we get the B sample and he tests clean. That's all that needs to be said, really. Hopefully he can clear his name and can categorically say that he has not knowingly taken anything. Obviously, the first sample was positive, so he has taken something, and chances are the B sample is going to be potentially positive. It depends how soon after the first one that was taken, you know. But, you know, all we can do is try and support Mudryk in this time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Obviously, as I said, changes the whole scenario of once allegations to now it's almost, I mean, I would say confirmed. If the club suspended him provisionally, then it's not looking good. But again, he's obviously going to plead his innocence. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. With that said, until the next video, my name is Harry, out the Chelsea, and peace.